I'm here with Mr. Milteer, the 5th and 6th grade social studies teacher at ASU Prep. Mr. Milteer, why did you decide to go into teaching?
Well, I decided to go into teaching because I just feel really fortunate for all the different opportunities that I've had, and I know that I had those opportunities because of the amazing teachers that I had when I was in school. A lot of students from my high school, I'm from a small town in Virginia, and a lot of students from my high school did not go to college and didn't get the same opportunities that I had, and I think it's honestly because they didn't know how. And so I really wanted to become a teacher to help students, at least if they want to, have the same opportunities that I had.
This is your 3rd year teaching at ASU Prep. What has your teaching experience been like here?
Well, it's been great. I mean, part of starting a new career and becoming a teacher, it's an amazing job, but it's also really difficult. But I think it's been a really great environment for me. I feel like I've been supported a lot, and I've gotten a chance to learn from some incredible teachers that have been here the past 2 years. And it's been a really great experience for me too to be able to teach 1st and 2nd grade for the past 2 years, and now to be teaching 5th and 6th grade. I feel like I know almost all the students in the school now because of that, so that's a really cool experience.
What are your goals for the school year?
My goals are completely centered around my students, and I want them to think, write, and act like future leaders. That's the mission of the school, but that was also the mission that I was envisioning for my class when I was planning for this year. So every single thing that we do, I always explain to them exactly why we're doing it and how it relates to that goal. And so my goal is really just for them to believe that they're future leaders, and to participate in the various projects that we're doing. We're already doing some really great things.
So you mentioned projects. What are some of the projects that you're working on this year?
Well, the projects that we've started so far this year, and it's only the 2nd week of school, so I'm really just amazed how much we've been able to accomplish so far. Well, the projects are really centered around bettering something. We've been focusing on the quote by Gandhi, "Be the change you want to see in the world." And it's really difficult to initially be the change you want to see in the world. And so we started first with ourselves. We watched a TED Talk called "Try Something New for 30 Days." And each student in the 5th and 6th grade decided something that they're either going to add to their life or take away from their life to better themselves and sort of be that change they want to see in themselves and learn about themselves as a future leader. And the next project that we're doing simultaneously while they're continuing to do this 30-day project, we're in, I think, day 11 right now. And the next project that we're doing is trying to be the change we want to see in our school. We brainstormed, every single class brainstormed some different things that we could potentially fix about our school. I mean, ASU Prep's great, but there's always room for improvement. And so we tried to focus on how we could better our school. And the consistent idea amongst all the classes was to recycle. And then one class took it a step further, and they really want our school to go green as much as possible. And so that's sort of morphing into this project where each class is going to focus on a different aspect of going green or a different aspect of sustainability, and implement things like a recycling program and film a video to play during the morning announcements to share that information with the school. Another class is going to focus on saving electricity and perhaps putting little cards above the light switches to remind people to turn the lights off. That project's still getting underway. I'm teaching them right now about environmentalism and conservation and timelines, and we're really studying the foundations of social studies, but doing it so that it relates to this project that we're doing. And hopefully in the next couple of weeks we'll start to see that project really come forward.
Okay.
Works, and you have the first vocabulary word. I'd like for you to copy down, scroll down a little bit until you see all 8 of our vocabulary words for today. I put them on this blog post. I also have them up here on the wall to remind us. This is the order that you're going to write them down. So you have timeline first. In the box underneath timeline, you need to write down primary source. And the box under that, secondary source. Underneath that, conservation, deforestation, natural resources, environmentalism, and scarcity. Yes, sir. You may start. Yes, please. I like to see that spark factor.
And so we are about 11 days into the school year, and what are your thoughts for your students so far?
I continue to be amazed every single day. I've really found that with these 5th and 6th graders especially, that if I set high expectations and treat them like the future leaders that I know that they are continuing to not just meet those expectations, but go above and beyond them.
Great. So in your 3-year career now as a teacher, what's been your most memorable experience so far?
I mean, I think when you first start, you're just overwhelmed by the great responsibility that comes along with it. And, you know, at the time I had 30 first and second graders, you know, looking to me and just counting on me. And I think that once I got past that and I had that first experience where I saw like the lights, or I saw that spark click on in their eyes when I did a lesson and they learned something and they felt confident and they demonstrated their learning, like, that was when I truly felt like I was a teacher, and I think that was probably the best moment.
And you're going to be heading up the journalism extended day activity at ASU Prep.
I am. I'm excited about that.
Good. And what are some of your ideas for that program?
It's fantastic because I have always been interested in marketing and social media and that sort of aspect of journalism, sort of the technological online presence. I was a marketing major in undergrad and then got my Master of Education at ASU, so that's my strength. So I've been really excited that there's actually an ASU student from the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism who's going to team up with me. So he knows more about the actual newspaper journalism, and so he's going to have all those ideas. But I'm really excited because I hope that the journalism club can maybe perhaps take on ASU Prep's Twitter account and really think about ASU Prep's online presence and even work with the marketing department at ASU. But ultimately the club's goal for especially the 9th graders is to produce a school newspaper that will be able to sustain into the following years, and that there will always be a newspaper club to share what's going on in the school, both on paper and digitally. And the 5th and 6th and the 7th and 8th graders are going to be learning those vital skills about journalism to then eventually be on that 9th grade journalism club.
So what do you like to do when you're not in the classroom, in your spare time?
Well, I mean, especially this year, there's some incredible new staff, and I've really enjoyed spending some time with fellow staff here at ASU Prep outside of school. I've made some really great friends. I love when it's cold. I mean, it doesn't happen in Phoenix much, but when it's cold, I love going snowboarding, and I just love traveling in general. And I'm from the East Coast, and so most of my friends are scattered throughout the country. So my goal is to try to hit every major city that I've never been to, because it's likely that I know someone there.
Great. Well, you're doing a great job at ASU Prep, and we're happy to have you here.
Thanks a lot.